Hey guys, welcome back to this episode. This is actually a post-commentated one. This stage is really bugged out on modern computers and has a lot of audio glitches that actually has corrupted my microphone audio both times I've tried to record it. So I'm doing post-commentary to fix that. You'll notice that the audio cuts out a lot in this episode. It actually, whenever it cuts out, what I was hearing while playing was repeating notes and horrible hellish noises. So, I'm gonna do my best to post-commentate this, but I'm not exactly used to post-commentary, as I very rarely do that. And I'm just waiting for past me to click the start button. There we go. Now just watch this cutscene and see how it glitches out.
How long ago did the army of Gargarensis pass through here?
Not long, a few days perhaps. They went to the mountains to the north and started building walls and fortresses.
Then that is the entrance to the underworld. He has already reached the gate.
If he opens that gate, your Ragnarok will happen.
We must stop him.
Did you see that? Every time the camera was panning, it wouldn't play the line that they were supposed to say. That's a glitch that I've only ever seen in that particular run of it. It's a very glitchy map. So, first thing you want to do is go west with your army, because there's a small base there that's going to be building up, and the opponent actually starts in the Archaic Age, so they can't make military for the first 5-ish minutes of the map. So it's a really good opportunity to wipe them out early. We're trying to get to the well, to the underworld, to stop Gargarensis, which is that big red part at the top of the map. Pretty much this is a standard map. Just get your economy going as fast as you can. You don't need to worry about population cap very much because you have so many tents. And wipe out the enemy base to the west immediately. By the way, this isn't really future knowledge knowing that there happens to be a base here, because they attack you very early from this direction, before they're even in Classic Age, just with Ulfsarks. So, you very quickly learn that they're here. That relic up there seems to randomly generate what it was. This time it was, villagers have more health, which I thought to be kind of useless. Because you only get attacked once or twice, to my knowledge, back at base at least. You see there? The audio is cutting out. That's actually it repeating a note. And doing weird hellish noises. So that was actually very distracting for me at the time. Anytime you don't hear noise, I've got a incredibly loud noise in my ear. Alright, so once you've wiped that out, you can get that army to go straight north.
A hero has fallen.
A hero has fallen. You can have your army go straight north. There is an easy way to breach the enemy base up there once you are in the Heroic Age. I do recommend you go Heroic Age before attacking the main enemy base, because you will want portable rams. It'll speed things up significantly and be much safer, because portable rams are awesome. And there, I was doing a mechanic I haven't really shown off. I was turning one of my gatherers into an Ulfsark so that they could build. And there I was checking who I had for builders. I have Huskarls for builders. They're infantry who are good against archers. Over here we had an attack. I wasn't really prepared for this, but it's not a big deal. Jesus, that's loud. Sometimes when the audio comes back, it plays a bunch of sound effects at once. Luckily they have almost no arrow defense, so my base damage is really high on them, as you can see there. Also, my Ulfsark is much stronger than their Ulfsark, because theirs is just Archaic Age. And I do recommend really rushing towards Heroic Age. You start with a lot of resources anyway, you just need to build an armory. And that was me checking to see if the wall was defended. It is by a hill fort, so we want to wait until we have our own hill fort. I like to build the hill fort up near the enemy walls, because that way if an attack comes in that direction, they'll get distracted and fight the hill fort instead. And then you just let everyone out. Alright, as for tactics in this mission, that I can think of at least, pretty much just be really aggressive. As long as you move fast, like, we haven't seen the pop-up yet. They're still Archaic Age. The only military units they can make currently are Ulfsarks. And we're already in Heroic. So we just need a little bit more gold and we can make that hill fort. Making a longhouse. Don't have enough gold yet for a hill fort. That requires 200. So that's why I believe in a minute I actually stopped producing other things that use up gold. And you see, I put a few dwarves on wood earlier. That's because I forgot we aren't with Thor this time. We're with Odin. Though we didn't build a temple, so we didn't get Odin's ravens. I decided to build an extra little house there because we have a lot of wood. The wood we'll need to save up anyway for the hill fort and then the portable rams. But again, as you can see, they're not really that aggressive. They had that one little Ulfsark rush early on, and other than that, we're fine. That was just me looking across the buildings to see what only takes wood, because I didn't remember. I decided, why not build a market? Now, you can actually get easy gold in this mission with the market by by building a market and then building a settlement just to the left, or a town center, rather, just to the left. And have trade caravans go there, and that's pretty easy money, but with how many gold mines there are here, I find it faster to just use dwarves. And of course we have that really long route of people hunting there. I actually decided to move a few gatherers to wood, because we don't have many people gathering wood, and the only people we do are dwarves. Jesus, that's loud. And I think we almost have... Yes, there we go. We've got the gold. Hard for me to tell because I'm actually watching this in quite a small window. And I put that in control group 4, as I tend to do with hill forts. And that's pretty much it for this mission. I just need to make a few portable rams now and I'm done. I only make 4 in this mission, and I don't think I end up losing any of them. It's not a particularly hard mission, honestly. It's just glitchy as shit. I really hope there aren't any more missions like that, because I've already recorded episodes 28 and 29, and then I went back and found that 27 was corrupted and had to try and redo it. And you can see there, I'm running into gold problems, so this is around- and you see, right there, we're like 8 minutes into the episode, they're just now going to the Classic Age. We're well into Heroic Age right now. You can get a huge head start on military with these guys. They can't even make throwing axemen until now. Like, all they've been making are unarmored Ulfsarks. And those aren't particularly threatening. I mean, they're threatening for early on when they rush you and attack your economy, but other than that, it's not a big deal. And here's just me building up portable rams. Wood actually became a problem around here, mostly because we didn't have... Yeah, good, put them on wood. It became a problem mostly because we didn't have many people on wood in the first place. The reason our wood built up so much is just because we weren't spending much. Didn't really have anything to spend it on. And this is actually a mistake. This entire time I should have been making Ulfsarks. As you can see, I just started queuing up there because I had plenty of gold and food by that point. And there's me just getting them ready in a hotkey, or a control group rather, and just getting ready to attack. As you can see, we can wipe out walls really fast with it. The siege damage is great. They're basically immune to arrows, so static defense doesn't do much to them. And from here on, the entire rest of the mission is just one big assault. There's no reason to stop if you have a decent-sized army, and the army you start with is honestly good enough. Because you have your Greek heroes and your Greek-style heroes of being able to resurrect and doing a lot of damage to myth units, and that's really all you need. A few human units, your group of hero units, and 4 battering rams. All you have to do here is knock down the wall and knock down the nearby temple, which they like to use to build, they mostly build heroes from it, although I believe they do build trolls if you leave them long enough. Not that trolls are a match for your hero group. As you can hear, the audio is pretty much 100% bugged out by this point. There's no audio. And we have quite a few Ulfsarks built up, so we can go be aggressive with them if we want to. In fact, I just put the control group there. And from the town center, I decided to get Odin's ability to make Ulfsarks run faster to get them to the battlefield faster. I did that from the town center rather than the longhouse, so that it doesn't halt my production of Ulfsarks. If I wanted to, I could also make Ulfsarks from my home city. However, for whatever reason, I decided not to. I think it just didn't come to mind. I remember that being a weird moment. The map tells you that there are 2 towers there, and yet when you go there, there's just not a tower. There's 1 tower, but the second one isn't there. And although we're being attacked in melee there, not particularly strong units, we can knock down the wall. Knocking down the wall will trigger the final event, which is it spawns 2 fire golems and tells you to kill them. After that, it's victory. And it's only 2 fire golems, like they're strong units, but they don't have a whole lot of health, and we have all these hero units. Really, it's kind of a battle you can't lose. And plus, you do start with a few Jarls, and Jarls are powerful, mounted, heroic age human units that, despite not being heroes and just humans, they are good against myth units. They're a very strange unit in that way. So there are a lot of myth units here. I think you only need to kill the fire golems, but I decided to A-move anyway just to clash the armies. Go to upgrade them. And pretty much all I have to say. I threw those guys in the control group to get a little bit of reinforcements just in case. That's mostly just to create some buffer room of maybe they'll attack the Ulfsarks instead of the other guys. But really, as you can see there, my units are already starting to gang up on the fire golems. They're sending in some Ulfsarks from the longhouses below to try and stop me, but one's down. I believe right around here is, yeah, I just decided to focus fire on the golem, because as soon as he goes down, it's victory. Any second now, and I think there is an outro cutscene that is only slightly bugged out.
Do not let the appearance fool you. The well will take us to Niflheim.
You go first, Chiron. If you fall screaming to your death, we'll just stay here.
When you decide which of you will go first, I'll be waiting at the bottom.
That's it for the glitchiest episode of the game, I hope. I really hope the last 3 episodes I have to record aren't like that, because they're fun missions. So that's it. Until next time, have a nice day.